Global Leaders Journey, a program developed by GreenContributor, a Canadian-based organization, as part of offering global immersion project for students in high schools, undergraduate, graduate, and the postgraduate programs of many countries. This program provides opportunities for students and youth to use their academic and creative skills on projects across the world, having wide-reaching impact for communities as they prepare themselves to play a major role in a global marketplace. Green Contributor projects fall under the gambit of United Nations academic impact, as these projects address many environmental and sustainability aspects in many communities, and the programs are designed with an intention to give the students the opportunity to work individually and in team to develop and enhance the leadership skills for success in all the dimensions of life and become agents of change and also be able to create a legacy. UNAI was an initiative that was started by the United Nations where institutes of higher education come together collaborating with organizations and businesses to address many of the pressing issues that are listed under the United Nations Millennium Development Goals, where institutes and students have to think out of the box to implement such initiative, and they have to come up with their own funding. So Green Contributor programs essentially have been providing opportunities for institutes where we not only help them become members under United Nations Academic Impact, but for the students, these are great opportunities where sometimes their reports are even published in UN Chronicles or in UN publications. The next 3 slides essentially would be read out. It would take about 4 minutes, and it gives an idea about why the Global Immersion Program is becoming popular and where this can be used, and encouraging the students to look at global immersion programs more seriously, especially when we're talking about some of the top business schools across the world that have now started using GIP to enhance the student experience.
9 principles. The natural world and environment helps create a direct and respectful relationship with the natural world, which refreshes the human spirit and teaches the important ideas of recurring cycles and cause and effect. Students learn to become stewards of the earth and of future generations. The primacy of self-discovery, which states that learning happens best with emotion, challenge, and the requisite support. People discover their abilities, values, passions, and responsibilities in situations that offer adventure and the unexpected. Their primary task here is to help students overcome their fears and discover they can do more than they thought they could. The having of wonderful ideas places emphasis on fostering curiosity about the world by creating learning situations that provide something important to think about, time to experiment, and time to make sense of what is observed. The responsibility for learning argues that learning is both a personal process of discovery and a social activity. Therefore, every aspect of the global leader's journey encourages youth and communities to become increasingly responsible for directing their own personal and collaborative efforts for overall empowerment and also owing up the project. Diversity and inclusion, where we believe that both diversity and inclusion increase the richness of ideas, creative power, problem-solving ability, and respect for others. Why global immersion programs? While semester exchanges study abroad, ASEC and backpacking through Europe and other countries are traditional trips college university students and new graduates take. Global immersion programs are growing in popularity. Every top college and university is now doing it. Global immersion is so much more than studying abroad. Depending on the program, participants can work, study, shadow, or volunteer to gain experience. Better than backpacking. What do students really have to look forward to, and how can they promote their experience to future employers? Do they have the opportunity to make a lasting impact on a community? Get inspired. Have you ever felt like you were simply spinning your wheels and not going anywhere? If you're not reaching your goals, it might be time for a change of scenery. Instant personal growth. What other opportunity can you think of that allows you to experience such tremendous personal growth in as little as 6, 8, or 10 weeks? Sure, you may have extensive travel experience, but how often do you get the chance to work alongside members from another community sharing in their challenges, triumphs, and defeats, or cases where you can create a legacy? Gain confidence. There's nothing like a solid challenge to build your self-confidence, whether it is fear of failure or taking risks. Challenging yourselves to face new problems can often yield the most rewarding experiences. Become a world affairs extraordinaire. Get a 360-degree perspective. Learn how others view their challenges through your current thought processes. Gain an extended network. Get connected with influential people, decision makers. Once you return home, your upcoming job search will be influenced by the things you've learned, making you so much more attractive to international companies. Global Leaders Journey. Global Immersion's programs offers all the aspect of some of the new programs launched by top B schools or top architecture universities, but it also goes one step further by giving the students the knowledge that their ideas will be implemented in real and in some other cases the stakeholder options. When you are doing your studies, you are challenged to take on responsibilities. And along with that, your ideas and proposals are implemented in a global market where you can create your legacy. And if successful, the students have a direct stake in the program that was initiated by them, which not only helps them to recover the costs incurred to undertake the global immersion programs, but also beyond. The student portfolio is leaps above what others may undertake when they go on an exchange and spend 4 to 6 months in another university, and at the same time, the students already have the opportunity to collaborate with multiple universities as part of the program. In some of the programs, students work with the mentors as part of the research. Most important, with the stakeholder options, the students are able to get an entry into multiple global market with revenue generations. Program product incubation opportunity, which can be replicated both nationally and internationally.
Now understood the importance of why students should take on the global immersion programs seriously. Now we'd like to talk about some of the programs by the world's top famous business schools. Especially we touch upon Harvard, Stanford, Yale, and Columbia Business. In fact, Columbia Business School program essentially bridges the classroom lessons and business practices in another country, where they meet for half a term in New York prior to the 1 week visit to the country of focus. And during the immersion week, the students will actually meet with business executives and government officials working on team projects. Now, these can still be considered as advanced by many, but we would like to compare some of the new programs that have been started since the last 3 years, especially Yale and Stanford and Harvard. Yale actually launched a week-long global immersion project, enabling students to pursue a range of activities and study programs at partner schools in different countries. Now, where one of the places the focus is on behavioral economics, and another place the focus is on understanding current affairs, which could be economic crisis or refugee crisis. And in addition to the academic program, the week also includes company visits, cultural activities, and networking. Stanford actually started a program which is Global Management Immersion Experience. They expanded the opportunities to include over 50 countries across the world, where students explore new industries and roles as part of their career planning process. And they complete a research paper for academic credit on a topic related to their Global Management Immersion projects. Finally, we touch upon the Harvard Initiative, the school that made MBA one of the world's most valuable credentials. And in fact, they launched an invasion of more than 900 MBA students around the world starting from January 2012 as part of a new and highly ambitious week-long global immersion experience. The goal was to equip Harvard MBAs for business in a global world. It's called as a field immersion experience, and this is a required 1-year course that spans a full academic year. The objective here is to increase the students' global intelligence and awareness of the variation in business practices. Students work in organizations and focus on a new product or service, and the development project is to help them study business opportunities primarily in emerging markets. The course is a bold departure from Harvard, where business has long been taught almost exclusively via case studies. The first year, almost 152 teams, a 6-member team